what I want to get to is what the Chargers have done so far in the offseason. I mean, I absolutely love everything they've done so far. It's well documented on the podcast that I am a really big Justin Herbert mark. I love what the Chargers are doing, and I know their head coach can get in the way, and that's really the only thing I have a concern about at the moment. But in regards to just the on the field players, they ended up before even free agency hit, they ended up re-signing Mike Williams for 3 years, $60 million, which is absolutely a big target for Justin Herbert. Before free agency hit, they traded for Khalil Mack. They're going to pair up Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa on that line. And then once free agency started, they signed J.C. Jackson to a 5-year, $82 million deal contract to shore up the secondary. And then they topped it all off with signing Sebastian Joseph Day and Austin Johnson, both defensive tackles that are going to clog up the middle and provide a little bit of run defense, right? I mean, their run defense last year was atrocious. It was notoriously bad. So they've done a lot to shore up their defense. And I'm just really excited about what these guys are doing. I mean, I have a lot of problems with how my Patriots are handling free agency so far, especially with a rookie contract. But what the Chargers are doing is a textbook case of what you're supposed to be doing with a young, up-and-coming rookie quarterback on a rookie deal, because you're only paying him $5-7 million a year. So you can throw money around to Mike Williams and J.C. Jackson, and you can load up all around him. And I think what the beauty of what the Chargers have done is, if you look at their drafts, a lot of their talent is homegrown. This is where the Patriots are in such a bind right now, where their drafts are coming back to bite them. But if you look at the draft so far, I mean, Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler, Rashawn Slater, Joey Bosa, Kenneth Murray, Williams, who else is that one guy? Asante Samuel, Derwin James. All these key pieces they drafted are panning out now. And now they can go into free agency, pluck the few, marquee pieces they need, like a J.C. Jackson, drop them into that team, and they're going to be scary good next year. I am very, very close, and we're going to talk about the AFC West arms race going on right now. I'm very close to picking the Chargers to win the AFC West at the moment.
Right, and to kind of piggyback off of the homegrown talent aspect of teams, specifically the Chargers in this instance, that's kind of like the saying, right? Like, you don't want to win the free agency, arms race, right? Like, you use free agency to supplement what's already been developed at the key positions, specifically the offensive line, defensive line, the wide receiver position, like the skill position type of deals. We saw the Jets a couple of years ago when they went all in with C.J. Mosley and Le'Veon Bell and so on and so forth, and it didn't pan out. And Jay, not to pick on your Patriots, but I mean, New England last year was, bona fide all across the board, the air quote winners of free agency. But looking back now, Jay, like, I can only think of like two players that actually panned out in free agency,
Judon,
and that is
year.
Matt Judon and Kendrick Bourne, and I guess Hunter Henry gets an honorable mention.
No,
everything else wasn't that great. Mm-hmm. So you don't want to win specifically like the free agency type of deal by spending like coked out rappers. And I know that's kind of the counterpoint to what I said with Jacksonville, but I think in the point of the Chargers, they're using free agency the way it should be used. You want it to supplement what's already been homegrown.
That's a great point by you, and I was thinking about this the other day. Obviously the Chargers used the base of their team is homegrown, drafted talent that is prospering into great players now, and then they're supplementing the rest of it through free agency, right?